Make sure to subscribe to our channel, join our Discord, and also follow us on Instagram so you always have the support that you need to really enhance your account and get yourself to the next level. Also, if you stick around until the end of the video, I'm going to show you how you can save a lot of money when you make in-game purchases by getting some amazing cashbacks each time you purchase anything. Hello everyone and welcome to another video of the Sky channel. So in this video we are going to be talking about PvE lineups, in particular for shooters. Now I did release a PvE tier list for each of the different classes in May 2025, which is last month, but there was a lot of comments asking me for explicit lineups because that would help people a lot more. Now for that particular video I did want to keep it ant based and not lineup based, particularly because it was a PvE tier list. But I did tell people that I will release a lineup video shortly after. Now some of the content is going to be similar to the PvE tier list because, well, the PvE tier list talks about some of the best ants to use in PvE, and the lineups is just telling you how you can assign them together, which I did hint a little bit towards in the PvE tier list as well. But without further ado, let's get started. Now we're going to cover the free-to-play options as well as the pay-to-win options. So now the first PvE option for free-to-play is this. You can see the Nimble Tree Ant, Wise Berserker, and Saharan Silver Ant. Now before I start talking a little bit about this, I do want you to know that this is the second best option for free to play. There is a better one that I'm going to talk about after this one. Now this one really works well because Saharan Silver Ant, everyone knows, is a very heavy hitter. It does a lot of damage to its skills, and then skill number 8 just enhances that damage even further. But some people tell me that Nimble Tree Ant might not have worked as amazing as they would have imagined, and perhaps, another ant was doing better for them. Part of the reason is because Nimble Tree Ant does need to be awakened. Now some of the people that told me it wasn't working well, I asked them what's the awakening level, and they said it's not awakened yet and it's 0 star. Kind of defeats the purpose. Remember, Nimble Tree Ant got good for PvE primarily because of this ability, right? During the battle, Nimble Tree Ant's second skill additionally increases all our shooter ant squad skill damage by 20% lasting until the end of battle. That's for Wise Berserker and that's for Saharan Silver Ant in this lineup. So you definitely need its awakening to be unlocked. Get it to at least level 10 so you do get the extra chance of triggering the 8th skill, which gives the extra normal attack to Wise Berserker, and then you might start seeing some of the impacts. I wouldn't recommend getting all the way to 8 stars, or that will increase your damage for sure because it increases the chances of Wise Berserker getting an extra hit. But you know what? As I said, it's the second best. You want to be mindful of how much you want to invest in ants that are not going to last very long. The second thing that's important for this to work really well is Wise Berserker needs to be high star and high awakening because you are investing heavily in Wise Berserker. Nimble Tree Ant by itself is not going to be doing a lot of damage, but Wise Berserker will because of Nimble Tree Ant. Now the stronger your Wise Berserker, the more damage you're going to be doing, especially when you get it to 8 star and you get the extra skill damage. That's pretty helpful as well. Of course, the 2 star and 5 star skills, the ones that are going to release more often. And then you also need to have the awakening unlocked, and of course if you can, promote it a little bit higher because Wise Berserker's damage to Pangolin and Groundhog goes up by 60% at Golden Awakening. Now when you have that sort of damage bonuses with the 8th skill as well, the extra skills that you're going to be doing because of Nimble Tree Ant giving you extra normal attacks is going to be a huge amount of damage, right? So the stronger your Wise Berserker, the better the Nimble Tree Ant's abilities in making your Wise Berserker do more damage. And of course you do want to have it at least level 20 because it does give you the extra awakening skills that do help in Pangolin and Groundhog as well. So there's that, and that is the second best unit for you to use in Pangolin and Groundhog for shooters, or I should say for pretty much everything in terms of Groundhog, because ideally you want to be using shooters for Groundhog anyway. But the best one is a little bit different, and I do not have the ant that's going to be replacing Nimble Tree Ant, but the Nimble Tree Ant is going to be replaced with Sly Hunter. That's a new wetland ant that I just cannot get no matter how hard I try, and the lineup overall looks very similar. It's just that Wise Berserker goes in row 1, Sly Hunter goes in row 2, and Saharan Silver Ant remains in its row 3 position. Why does this work so well, and why is it even better than this one? And for that, we're going to jump towards Sly Hunter. If you look here, it says that 60% chance each round to grant the front line normal attack times +1. Now the front line is definitely Wise Berserker because that's where I ask you to put Wise Berserker. Sly Hunter is going to be in the middle. So you are having a 60% chance of guaranteeing that Wise Berserker is going to be the one getting the extra normal attack. When it comes to Nimble Tree Ant, you didn't know which 2 rows were going to get it. It could have been Wise Berserker, it could have actually avoided Wise Berserker and gone to Saharan Silver Ant and Nimble Tree Ant, right? This one guarantees Wise Berserker is going to be the one with an extra normal attack. It also helps the backline do more damage because it says that our backline deals 260% damage to 2 random enemy squads. And what's a better damage dealer than Saharan Silver Ant with its amazing ability of doing extra damage based on distance as well? You're talking a lot of damage. Skill 5 does a bunch of damage by itself as well, and then I'm going to talk about skill 8 that essentially increases the first damage dealt in each round by 50%, which is going to be increasing the damage of your squad as well. So Sly Hunter is like the better version of Nimble Tree Ant. You definitely want to try to have Sly Hunter in the middle, Wise Berserker in the first row, and Saharan Silver Ant in the back row. Of course, as your Wise Berserker gets stronger, the abilities of Sly Hunter to give the extra normal attack and ancestor skill attacks also help even more. So that is the best unit to use for free-to-plays in Groundhog and Pangolin for Shooter Day. What about the pay-to-win options? Well, first of all, one pay-to-win option is going to be the lineup that I just talked about for free-to-play as well. The Sly Hunter one, that's also valid for pay-to-win. I think if you have a very high star Wise Berserker, a high star Sly Hunter, and a high star Saharan Silver Ant, you might as well just try that. I think it might work just as well as the other unit I'm going to be talking about, but I haven't tested it out. I tested it out on someone who didn't have the Black Velvet, and it did pretty good. But other than that, the pay-to-win option that people use and they do really well with is the one that you're seeing here on the screen right now. Black Velvet, Emerald Jewel Ant, Saharan Silver Ant. We've been talking about Saharan Silver Ant for a while now, so you probably understand why that one is up there. Emerald Jewel Ant, it actually does a lot of damage through its damage dealing abilities and also has the chances of landing critical hits. Black Velvet is an interesting one, and what it does is that it does a bunch of damage by itself and also has that follow-up ability which allows the back row to do more damage, somewhat similar to what we saw in Sly Hunter. And with its awakening at level 20, you can see it also increases damage dealt by its squad and one random friendly squad by 10%, which is amazing as well. So overall, these ants end up doing a lot of damage to Pangolin and Groundhog, and they're definitely worth using in the particular lineups that I've suggested. There's free-to-play options, there's pay-to-win options, and you know what? For the first time, I can say that there's a very, very good free-to-play option that might even work for pay-to-win players. That's the Wise Berserker, Sly Hunter, and Saharan Silver Ant option. I don't know if it can actually overtake the Black Velvet option, but still worth it if you do not have Black Velvet. It does really well, especially if you have a high star Wise Berserker and high star Sly Hunter as well. And before you go, I do want you to know that you can save a lot of money when you make any in-game purchase in the Ants Underground Kingdom. Follow the video that I'm linking in the description of this video, or click that button that's going to appear at the top right of the screen that'll take you to this video, and join a lot of other users of the Ants Underground Kingdom that are already taking advantage of these amazing bonuses. We're talking 10 to 35% cash back on every single purchase. So if you buy a $100 pack, you're getting $10 to $35 back depending on the day and depending on your bonus level. Join our Discord where there are more than 1,700 other players and a lot of great resources for you to use to get good guidance, or if you have questions about Aptoid, I'm there as well, so you can ask me there and I'll be happy to help you. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you in the next one.